Morning guys, John here, John Freitag channel. So we're back on this old Mustang, one of Connor's customers' cars, really nice car. You saw it in the trailer video, and I did a couple videos on it when we got it running. It sat for 20 years and we got it fired up, but we have to get it fired up again. The owner's got a plate for it and stuff, so it should be drivable. So let's see what we can get done. All right, so we got our FOMOCO carburetor, and Connor says this, says this bend right here is something he put in, and he thinks that's causing a problem with it.
No,
because it quit running right.
I took the bend out. I think somebody bent it to mess with the accelerator pump settings. But see these other holes, that's how you actually set it. This linkage has got multiple holes.
Yeah.
The farther down you set it, the quicker the rate of pump will be.
Yeah, but less stroke.
But less stroke. So you can also set it here too, which will accelerate the rate. And maybe keep the stroke the same, but that's how you tweak your accelerator pump on these.
Okay, yeah, I see there's multiple settings there.
Yep, so we're gonna take that off and move it down a hole.
I think we put it up a hole if you want it faster, right? It'll make the ratio, it'll change the ratio to faster. Because it makes the rod longer. The longer rod. Longer rod's faster. Outside of a wheel is faster than the inside.
Since when?
Since 2 days ago.
Since the dawn of time.
Yeah, just since the dawn of time.
Okay, good to know.
Connor's gonna put some fresh gas in it. We got our brand new fuel filter, is dry as a bone.
Now I'm gonna pop the hood on this thing and make sure gas isn't running into the trunk while I do it.
That's not a bad idea. All right, so really we're just at a point where we gotta fire it up and see. It's a flexible screwdriver, Connor. Never seen one before?
Around corners?
Yeah, sometimes you have to. So you're moving that. You're gonna go up on that end of it.
Correct.
Okay.
Up on the drive.
That makes sense. I think it'll accelerate the accelerator pump
it's just
even
like
more.
the drive sprocket on a bicycle.
Yeah.
And then this is the, driven sprocket on a bicycle.
Right.
Same concept kind of, right?
Yeah, it's leverage.
Yeah, correct.
Circular or linear?
Gear ratios.
I don't know.
The real question is,
There's a question.
well, yeah, how the heck do I get this little clippy off?
Little needle nose would work good.
Don't you worry about that. I'll get this.
You'll get it. Okay, I'm going back to my brakes.
I'm going to do it with this springy screwdriver, too.
I like that screwdriver. You want my little channel lock I got?
Yoink. Got it.
Oh, you got it. Okay, so you're moving that.
Yep.
And I'm going to go back to the brake. I'm changing a wheel cylinder on the back of this because it is crappy. Just went to leaking. Probably never got broken. I don't know. Whatever. 20 years, things go bad. Ooh, an old Arrow stapler, but I just have to laugh because she seems a little too excited about that stapler. She loves a man with a stapler. Of course, she gets to use it too. Wow, advertising from the 70s must be. Fun stuff. All right, so I got that line loose. I had to heat it up with the torch. And I got hot brake fluid, so I'm waiting for that to cool down. I'm going to change that out. Connor's underneath the car. He's just dying to get under there and look at stuff. And it's pretty solid, right, Con?
It is pretty solid.
Yeah. It's got a couple wire ties holding the weight to the drive shaft. We're not so sure about what that is.
It looks like it could use a pinion seal, just like every single rear end ever.
Yeah, but yeah, not a bad little car, really.
It's got a little bit of separation in this floor panel right there.
Yeah,
but
that could use a little
Not
help.
all the way through, but it would be nice to clean it.
Nothing much.
The rails look pretty good.
Yep. Kind of wants to cut the roof off, but make it a fastback.
Totally cut the roof off.
Well, you won't have to cut the whole roof off. You could leave the front half. Just put the fastback part on, right?
I think so. I don't know. I'd have to figure that out when I start cutting.
What about back fenders? They're just different on the fastback, right?
Yeah, but it's just the tops.
Just the tops, yeah.
So-
So if you got a fastback roof, you could cut it in.
That's what you do. You get you get a cut off of somebody. Sometimes you see them on Facebook Marketplace or
Yep.
you see, fastback cut off. $1,000 probably you get one, your hands on one.
Let's do it.
Well, I can't do it to this one. It's not ours.
Oh, darn.
I know.
So while the brake fluid is cooling and the brake cylinder, I'm gonna see if this thing will start again. Yeah.
Just dump a little gas on the carb after it goes bad.
So Connor don't like the fuel pump, do you, Con?
That's a common failure point on a vehicle that's been sitting.
Oh, it's got that big filter underneath. We changed that, as I recall.
Well, that's enough.
You got some gas in her?
A little bit.
All right, I'm gonna stand back so I don't get a hairdo. So we're gonna wanna see if that filter right there fills up with fuel quick. Yep. Started pumping right away.
More gas in it.
The filter filled right up, Con.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Well, that's a good sign.
That is. Well, it means the fuel pump's good.
Yeah.
But it ain't starting. It's like it's got no gas.
Well, it's going to.
What if the float stuck
I barely put any. It's a brand new rebuild. I just rebuilt it less than a year ago.
I know, but it started running funky as we got it in the garage, as I remember last time.
Yeah, maybe.
It's probably not overheated.
Oh, I know. For future information.
That sounds pretty damn good. Lifters are quieting down too. Thing sounds perfect. You think that's to fix it? Oh, sorry.
You can play this game.
Oh. We're gonna let it warm up and see if the choke works right. The plot thickens. A little bit, not much.
Pretty much to be expected on this time.
Yeah, well, we got brand new brake cylinders up front.
Yes.
I don't know, brand new, 20 years old, but they're good. He popped the rubber back.
And it looks very clean.
And it looks clean in there. Oh yeah, that's
not
clean.
leaking.
They're clean back in there. We already looked.
That's
the
okay.
grease, not looking real good. So we're gonna get new grease, repack the bearings. Front brakes, shoes are good. These adjusters are good.
Yep.
Looks like somebody did the front brakes. Looks like they didn't do the back brakes. The back brakes are bad. Front brakes were good. So we're just going to repack the grease in the bearings, see if we can get some new seals. This is an old original seal, I think, right here. So we'll do that and put it back together, right, Con? Looks like that's all beat up, Con. Look.
It does, I know. Somebody
Reused that seal.
They took it out and put it back in.
Yeah, they reused it.
Yep.
So somebody did pack it, but this grease,
But they packed it forever.
I don't like the looks of the grease.
Yeah.
Connor wanted to change the grease. I said, no, it's fine, until I looked at it and thought, no. So, all right, Connor, so what's your clever plan?
Well, I don't have a seal puller,
No,
but I do have a wrench.
you do.
You get it in there. You could even technically do
Oh,
this
look
with
at it.
two.
It's coming right out. You can do it without ruining the seal, or you think it's gonna wreck the seal?
Well, it at least gets it out for you.
That's working as good as a seal puller. Actually,
Wink.
just if not better. Ooh, that's a puny little seal.
That seal's no good anyways.
No, it's got a number on it.
It definitely did wreck it.
Did you wreck it? That was already beat up,
I
wasn't
don't
it?
know. This was pretty toast. The other one had a lip that went over here, so I was able to get under it with a screwdriver and get it out.
Yeah.
That one we could reuse, but we definitely need at least one. Yeah.
Well, if we need two, we order two.
But
Unless...
that's the tech tip.
Yeah, I like that. That worked good. Because it just rolled right against the bearing.
It does.
Nice.
It's pretty soft, too.
All right, cool. So we got to go get stuff.
We do, kind of.
All right. Now what?
Well, cleaning the bearings and the parts. Getting the hub cleaned out. I got that pretty good. I'm going to hit that with some brake clean next, but pretty much that's gasoline. And that's a little plastic container. I put everything in there and shook it around.
Nice. Cleaned it right up, didn't it?
It does. It works really well. But you can see that bearing needs a little bit more cleaning.
Yeah.
The bearings look good. Not seeing any pitting or scoring. That's what you're looking for.
Yep.
But we're looking
Well, they rolled
really
nice,
good.
as I recall.
They do.
Just that grease wasn't really good
They
looking.
just needed new grease and everything. The races look pretty good. We'll know for sure when they're really clean, but yeah, they look nice.
Yeah, they look all right.
They don't even have any like wear lines on them.
Yep.
So this stuff's pretty good. Just that was really old looking grease. It was, I don't know. I think it's worth doing. I like doing this on my cars.
Yeah, whatever, Mr. Fresh Grease Guy.
It is the wheel bearing. It's like your whole bearing on the car.
Bearing. Oh, bearing.
Yeah, you know.
I get it.
Like where you're going.
I always thought it was like bearing straights. No, huh? Whole different kind of bearing.
Oh, it is. I'm just trying to.
This is load bearing. Okay, so gas is an awesome solvent, of course. All right, we'll get these all cleaned up, put back together. I'll have to pack them up.
Yes, it is, but it smells.
It smells like gas.
I've heard it's flammable. I've never tested it out.
No, no. I think that's an old wives' tale.
Yeah, it may not be true.
Do not pay attention to these idiots. Okay, there we go. Okay, we got the old Mustang back on all fours. Connor's gonna snug up the wheels. Now we're going for a test drive.
Test drive.
Test drive. Looks like you got brakes. Cute little Mustang. Nice little car. Okay. I'll follow you.
Yeah, close that door. You gotta set the idle down pretty much.
It's gonna go down on its own.
It's still cold.
Well, you just started it.
Yeah, we'll test that after we get it hot.
Yep. I think the thing sounds great. We must have been running out of gas last time. I find a chip. Bummer. Brand new tires, but I wouldn't trust them. They've been 20 years sitting on those tires. So they would pop probably in 50 miles, that kind of thing. That kind of stuff always happens.
Size up on tires.
Yeah,
I just think it does.
I think it does too.
I'm gonna read up on it.
Yep, it's got tiny tires. Con, we ran out of gas last time.
Yeah, 3.5 a tank. I put 10 gallons in it,
Yeah.
so we were just out of gas.
We ran out of gas. Well, that was an easy fix.
It was. Okay, you gonna follow me?
I'm gonna follow you. So guys, we're gonna take it back to our place. It's only about 4 miles away. Check things over, drive it back. It's kind of a good test. At the corner, I think he's afraid I wasn't gonna follow him or something. Oh, it's got a big police light on it too. That's kind of goofy on that car, but whatever. It's a nice car. Well, what do you think?
It's like a brand new car.
I think it's idling about right, don't you? Maybe a hair fast.
Hair fast, you know, I think.
We got a tail light out too. Probably have to fix that.
Let's check all the lights.
Sounds good.
Blinker on that side.
We're missing that turn signal.
I don't have hazards on.
Oh, I thought you did. Try that. Okay, we're good. Do you want to dim them? Good. All right, so we got one tail light out. We're still losing antifreeze. Maybe it was just over full. It's coming out the overflow, I think. I'm gonna pop the hood and see what's going on there. Pull the shutter down, pop the trunk, pop the hood. I'll go get an 1157.
Yeah.
It is. It's actually dripping out of the overflow. So.
Oh, it is.
What about this goofy looking cap?
I wonder if it is that cap.
Sounds sweet, man. This is a nice little car.
Oh yeah. I mean.
I smell oil though.
Yeah, I do too. Let's check the valve cover gasket.
I don't see it. I smell it. Of course, we all smell smoke because this is what it looks like. We got Canadian wildfires in Quebec and it's blowing all to us. 400 or 500 miles away. Yeah, this has some aftermarket cruise control thing. Oh, you know what? That's what's on the drive shaft. That's a tone sensor. I betcha.
Yeah, you might be right.
There's a custom 8-track player. All right, we did a little tune-in. We set the idle back down a little bit. Connor insisted, but yeah, that's much better. Yep. Goes in the gear, usually doesn't clunk. Also set the kick down. Oh, the little car hustles along pretty good now.
2-barrel.
Yeah, a little 2-barrel. Well, this does say high performance on the air cleaner. You know that?
Yeah, I mean they took it off a real high performance one.
You think they stole the air cleaner?
Yeah, that's a special item there, I think.
Oh, that air cleaner?
I'm not kidding, yeah, that air cleaner.
Oh yeah, that's worth money probably.
He's looking for that for their actual high performance Mustang.
Come on, man, it's a 289.
The 289 would be called a K-code, I believe.
K-code.
K-code.
1965, right?
Yeah, and they were hot cars.
Wow.
In fact, I heard somewhere that the soundtrack for the Bullet Mustang was actually a K-code Mustang.
Really?
Yeah, because they sounded better.
No kidding.
Yep.
That's kind of cool. So we're going downtown for a test drive and new wiper blades because those are shot. I don't think we're gonna get the stainless steel refills though. But we'll have John down at our Happy Napa, the Susquehanna Vegas wiper blade expert, change them out for us.
I don't think we will.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I don't know how to change those.
You what?
In front of you.
No, he can change them.
Oh, just slide right out? Yeah.
Just the inserts, right? I don't know. I don't know what he's got.
I don't know.
Well, he'll know.
They'll be the kind that slide onto the stainless shaft there.
I just want to push that pin right there and slide it out and put a new one in.
That'd be the way to roll with these, because they're kind of cool.
If it's got them. Yeah, I wouldn't get rid of the rest of them. They're cool. They're nice. Anyway, cool car. We're liking it, aren't we?
Yep.
All right. So they put this custom aftermarket cruise control in it.
Don't mess with it, man.
It's got Velcro. It's supposed to be stuck somewhere. Don't mess with it. We've got it all
It's
unplugged.
supposed to be stuck in a trash can.
Connor's not thrilled with the cruise control.
No.
Well, it wasn't hooked up right at all. They put everything on the same shaft of the carburetor, on the throttle shaft.
Yeah, and all the wiring's laying on the manifold.
Doesn't make any sense. Of course, you ride a car long enough, you got to see if the radio works. This one we already pretty much gave up on, but this one. Whoa, I got lights, Connor. What? I don't know how to. I don't know what. Oh, this tunes it right here.
Man, you ought to know. You were alive when it was made.
I was just a baby.
It's like if my kids gave me an iPod and I didn't know how to use it.
I'm not hearing sound, so I guess it don't work. Oh well. We'll have to get a new 8-track player. Flip the switch right over here and it got the radio making a racket.
I feel like it's still AM.
I believe I was in second team.
We're only getting that speaker instead of cool custom speakers in the back.
I'm not sure.
Freebird!
Simple man.
Oh yeah.
And you're also
Oh wow.
copyright violation.
I don't know how to turn it down.
It must be this. It doesn't seem to work. That's better.
Oh no, where'd it go? Oh, the rheostat's bad. Okay, so we could not get wipers that are Happy Napa, but Connor's finding a little stumble once in a while, just off idle. So we're gonna take it back to the ranch and crack open the idle mixture screws, probably a quarter turn, see if that might cure it. I hope, right? A little stumble, but not when you're moving.
I like
Just
that idea.
Just from a dead stop.
Yeah.
We also got a new radiator cap because it keeps pushing coolant out of the radiator, out the overflow. It could just be a little overfull because they don't have a reservoir on these. But yeah, I think we changed the cap.
Every time we've stopped, it's pushed out more.
Yeah.
So I think, and that cap is stupid.
Yeah, we don't like the cap. It's very modern-y. We went old school.
Cap.
So we're trying to get it dialed in, idle speed dialed in and everything, and what we're finding is the throttle shaft is not hooked to the throttle so tight. So it's revving up. Yeah, we're coughing because of the damn smoke. But anyway, if I move this side of the throttle shaft, you can see it move independently of the throttle itself. See that little screw?
And I tell you,
See, it's moving and it's not hooked to the actual throttle. You can see it moves that far before it starts moving the throttle. So that is our problem.
that would make our accelerator pump not work for the right
We're actually dumping fuel in before the throttle opens.
Well,
So we got to get this to work exactly with the throttle shaft. That's our problem.
so we gotta take this out.
probably have to take the carburetor off. But our day's wasting.
Yeah. Okay. You know what we're gonna do? Let's drive it back to the shop, their shop, park it, take the carb off. I'll take it home.
Okay. Yep. Sounds good.
Okay.
Yep.
Somebody did some hackery on that carb.
Yeah, well, they did some hackery on the throttle linkages and stuff because they had this goofy cruise control scenario going on, and I don't know. It's silly.
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
Yeah, other than that, it runs sweet. So he's got to throw the air cleaner out. We'll run it back. All right, Con's going to yank the carburetor off,
No problem.
take it back to his house there, and then fix it and bring it back here. Almost like the Grinch. Took about 5 minutes. We got that thing unbolted, ready to come off, I think. Did I get that tube enough?
I'm sure you did.
It's got to turn more?
Yep, just a touch.
God dang it. I kept turning it. The pliers over on your other fender will get to it, Con. Yeah, you better turn it.
There you go. Just needed a little bit more.
It's weird.
That was a pain in the neck to put on, if I remember correctly.
You got it. Okay, now we gotta throw something over top of that. Yeah. So the mice don't move into the motor. So yeah, we gotta figure out how to get this linkage tightened to that throttle shaft, that's all. But this car, we're realizing it has 100,000 miles, well, 95,000. So
Yeah, that really
that
is
being
good.
worn, that's the problem, I do believe.
I think you're right. There's a 1/4 inch difference between the high idle linkage on one side of the carb
Yep.
and the regular linkage on the other side of the
Yeah,
carb.
this is actually hooked.
This
I can put a little MIG
this is
tack
directly
on it.
hooked, and this one is pressed on. And you're right, Dad. MIG tack or stake it.
Yeah,
You know. The only question is, where do I want this? Of course, it doesn't really matter.
you want it forward.
You want it forward, huh?
Well, it really don't matter too much. You can adjust it after
Because everything's
that.
adjustable
Yeah.
after that point. I think you're right, though. I'll keep that forward, and I'll keep this forward. I'll keep them both forward.
Of course, if you do weld it, I mean, that's forever. Okay, we did it. We just broke down and put a couple tack welds on that shaft so it doesn't slip anymore. The thing works. Yep. It was just wore out. The thing's got 95,000 miles on it. Then we put the screw back on for cheap insurance.
Yep.
Tomorrow Connor's gonna throw it together and see what it looks like.
I think it's gonna fix all of our issues with the accelerator pump. Yeah. That we're on and off again, just like everything.
Well, it was spraying gas in before the throttles would open.
Yeah.
There was a lag, so that was, and we're seeing that lag in the response on the throttle.
Yep.
Or it would stumble. So yeah, I think we're good. Well, anyway, hope you guys liked this video. Like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. We'll see you guys on the next one.